Step back. Yeah.
Yep.
So, just what are your thoughts on the team's game overall here tonight?
Well, I felt like our work ethic was up a notch compared to the first game back from the break. Obviously, a couple we'd like to have back there at the start. But it felt like we push and bounce here and there. It could have been a lot different game. They're a good hockey team over there. The last 10 minutes, they really bogged it down, played the right way. And, again, like I said, I thought it was a good step in the right direction. Sometimes when you're on a streak like this, kind of like the old Ken Hitchcock quote would always say, it takes one game sometimes to kind of get it going the right direction, and it felt like this was it.
In the first period, it kind of seemed like you guys came out with that more energy. They get the two goals. Just kind of how much of a difference in the game?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough giving up the first goal for sure. It's always a big difference usually in the game. They get momentum. They're a good hockey team over there. They're on a 10-game winning streak at the time, and now 11. So I thought it was a step in the right direction, like I said.
Can you build off small victories? Your penalty kill was terrific here.
Well, those are the type of effort usually that you turn into points or wins because the guys really got it one out there. Very impressive by them, and obviously much needed at the time to keep the game close, and good on them. Did a heck of a job.
No one is looking for excuses, but I just wonder how difficult it is to create offense without the caliber of players that are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's across the league. You look at every team, there's probably an injury or two. It's this time of the year right now where we got to get excited about it, not get deflated, and that's what we're going to look to do next game. Yeah. Thank you.
things to build off of when you're going through a stretch like this?
Yeah, I mean, that was closer to our game tonight for sure. The speed, the forecheck, the energy was right up to where we wanted it. And, I mean, you're playing the best team in the league. We gave them 2 goals to start the game. I mean, it's going to be tough coming back, especially with the goal that you got on the other side. So, but, I mean, there's positive to take. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we lost, and we gotta move on to the next game, and you gotta figure a way very quickly to get out of this.
How do you do that? Just knowing how important points are this time of year.
I mean, it's just on going back to the drawing board. I mean, same thing with Montreal. We gave them a couple. We gave them a couple tonight, and yes, don't get me wrong. Game of hockey is always going to be a game of mistakes, and that's part of the game. We all make some. It's part of it, but. When you're in a stretch of losing 5 games in a row, it's those bounces usually don't go your way. They'll end up in the back of your net, and that's what happened tonight. So you gotta, I mean, put everything on the line and dig in, and like we always say, grease it went out, and that's what we're going to do on Saturday night.
Even if you won't use it as an excuse, how would you describe trying to play these games without Shane and Josh and now Brady these last 2?
I mean, it's hard. It's I'm not gonna lie; those are very big pieces of our team, and very talented centers, and they give us a lot of depth. So obviously, we're definitely missing them. But as you guys all know, we're definitely not the first team to go through this season, and we won't be the last one probably. So, like I always say, I mean, it's the mindset of. It's got to be the next man up, and guys got to step up and take the chance. Some guys get more ice time than they usually do. So I think it's on us as players to step in and do a better job.
Ça fait quelques matchs que vous êtes à 7 défenseurs, qui est tombé à 6 aujourd'hui. Parle-moi un peu comment c'est difficile peut-être de s'adapter à avoir un différent partner à chaque shift qui joue à 7 défenseurs.
Oui, c'est difficile, c'est sûr. Je pense que ce soir, on a été un peu plus consistant avec les pairings, même quand on était 7. Mais non, je pense, regarde, on a 7 gars, il nous manque des gars à l'attaque. On a 7 défenseurs qui peuvent jouer tous les soirs, fait que c'est d'essayer de continuer ça. C'est sûr, c'est préférable d'être à 6 puis de toujours jouer avec le même joueur, mais c'est la situation dans laquelle on est, fait qu'il faut vivre avec.
En général, est-ce qu'il prend les petits victoires, des matchs comme ça, des avantages numériques, par exemple?
Oui, des avantages numériques très bien faits contre une unité très dynamique. Fait que non, c'est sûr qu'il y a toujours, même si on a eu perdre, puis on est frustré, je pense au bout de la ligne, il y a toujours du positif à en sortir. Puis regarde, ce soir c'était un peu plus l'identité dans laquelle on veut aller, mais je pense à ce temps-ci de l'année, il reste tellement peu de games, la course vers les séries est tellement sérieuse, je pense qu'il faut que tu te concentres au prochain match, c'est tout ce qu'on veut faire, tu peux pas t'asseoir puis à repenser à tous les petits jeux qui étaient arrivés ce soir. C'est vraiment de tourner la page, puis on se focus pour samedi soir pour être prêt. Thanks, guys. Merci.
Linus, what's your assessment of tonight's game?
A little rocky start, which you can't really do when you're playing one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league. You gotta fire on all cylinders from minute 1 until minute 60.
In games like this where you are missing some of your best players, how much more pressure do you put on yourself to perform, if you do?
No, job stays the same. Different personnel, not a different type of task.
How would you evaluate your game since your return?
It's all right, but all right doesn't really cut it in this league, I would say. The frustrating part is that I'm still looking for that first win since coming back, but it's gonna come sooner or later. Hopefully, as soon as Sunday or Saturday.
What was your read just on that long penalty kill with the 2 minutes of 5-on-3?
Say that again?
Just the long penalty kill in the second period with the 5-on-3 in the middle of it. Like, what did you like about how you guys handled it all?
That we kept the puck out of the net. That was really good. It was a time in the game that was really important for us to keep the puck away. We did some really good things there. Came up with some good saves, some good blocks, some good clears. So it's something to really build on. And unfortunately today we couldn't keep the momentum from it to generate a goal afterwards, which is unfortunate. But after that, it did feel that we were playing a more solid hockey game from top to bottom.
Thank you.
Nailed that. The kids are taking over.
Coach, your assessment of tonight's game, obviously not the result you wanted, but some things to build off of.
Yeah, you're always disappointed when you lose, but I thought it was a step in the right direction for our team. Felt like we found our legs a little bit, found our work ethic. Forecheck was better, breakouts were better. Spent a lot of quality time in the offensive zone. It's a good team over there. We played a hard-fought game.
Did you hope you killed off that 5-on-3 in the 4-minute penalty? Did you hope you might be able to build a little momentum off of that?
Well, I thought we were pretty. Team felt good about killing the penalty off. It's a good job by them. You don't just all of a sudden go down and score in the other zone because you killed off a penalty either.
Players talked about the start and giving up the 2 goals quickly. It's a good team against
Yeah,
over
it's
there, but
obviously. I think we had the chances 6-3 in the first 5-on-5, so I like the way we came out. A couple plays that we'd probably like to have back. And when you give a team like that some goals that you'd like to have back, it's tough to win. But like I said, I thought it was a positive step in the right direction. Not happy we lost, but it was a hard-fought game against a really good team.
Did you like Amadio, Goddard, and Highmore's game?
I thought their game was strong. They played him against Lowry most of the night. That's a heavy line. They did a good job.
I was going to ask you about Angus Crookshank's 3 shots on goal.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked a lot better than the last time he came up and brought a little energy. You can tell he's exactly as we thought he'd be.
Evaluate Venus's play since his return from injury.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for how he feels, but I think probably after the second goal tonight, he started to look himself. But I'd probably say it's been average since he came back.
It felt like for a lot of the game you were generating a lot of chances on net too. You mentioned Angus Crookshank's 3 shots on net.
Yeah.
Was this a matter of just running into a really good goalie who's proven himself?
Yeah, hey, it's hard to score in the NHL. And, there's no secret we're missing some of our skilled players, top-end players, and those are the guys that when they get those looks, if you play a team game and it's 5-man units, you're hoping to get some looks in the offensive zone. I thought we had some good looks, but we couldn't score, and that's for a couple reasons. They got a really good goalie, and he made some good saves, and it's hard to score in the NHL.
At this juncture in the season, given that this is now 5 games in a row, how important is it to stop this and to reset moving forward?
You know what? Whether we'd won 5 in a row, lost 5 in a row, the next game means the same amount. It's not like, hey, we've won 5 in a row, let's take our foot off the gas. We've lost 5 in a row, let's try harder. That's just not the way it is. You play every game as hard as you can, and you don't just come out and play extra hard because you've lost a few games in a row. You play good every night, and that's the kind of team that we want to have.
In your position, trying to find, I guess, combinations that could ultimately lead to goals, knowing some of the people you don't have available to you.
Yeah, I mean, we're juggling a lot. You got probably half your forward group that's playing up a notch, and you got guys that aren't playing normally on the second line, first line, that normally play on the third and fourth, and there's a reason why the guys that play on the top end of the lineup get paid a lot of money. So you don't always just put lines together and they work, and but I did like part of our offensive game. We just didn't pull the trigger when we needed to.
I mean, you guys had the extra defenseman tonight, but how big was the loss of Tyler Levin?
Well, it was nice that we had an extra D-man in the lineup. When you lose a guy, you never like to see a guy go down. Hopefully he's not too bad, and hopefully he's back soon.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay.